Welcome to hopefully a short little video with some footage of a handful of books that I bought recently that I want to use towards either junk journals or mixed media projects or art journaling projects as well, probably. So all of these have been bought either at the library for their book sale or at a nearby thrift store to our house. So anyways, the first book I bought, or the first book I'm going to show you that I bought, it's just a regular hardcover book. Don't know the exact size, I guess 5 to 6 or 7 inches, 8 to 9 inches this way. And this is just a basic, there's a few fun things in here, but it's just a basic book, and this is the one that I'm going to open this one up, and this will be the cover for the very first junk journal that I'm going to make. That's something I will be videotaping that in the near future. I think it's just a nice little size book that will be fun to make for one of my very first junk journals. A second book I've found, this one's just, it's a tiny little book compared to the size of my hand, but I like the pictures on the front. It's just a plain cover, but all of the pages are just pictures of birds with a little poem beside each of these. So I think what I might do is I might scan some of these so that I can reuse them at later dates. I will most likely, I don't think I'll be using them completely as a full page in a junk journal, but what I might do is I might just take the individual page and then attach it as the form of as just a little pocket to add to it. Publication is 1981, so it's not that, well, not that old, but I guess it qualifies as vintage by now. Good grief, that's dating me too much. Anyway, so this is a really pretty little book that I picked up that I'll use for junk journals and perhaps for mixed media and art journal project. Another one I bought at our local thrift store. It's just a soft cover book, but it is loaded with all sorts of really nice pictures. So I think what I will end up doing with this is I will incorporate these into junk journals and into art journals, but it just has so many pictures. Some of them are larger full size pages for each of the letters of the alphabet, but there's just so many pictures, wonderful pictures of flowers and plants and things like that. So I think this is something that I'll be able to use for quite a bit of my junk journals, art journals, mixed media projects. This was one I picked up at the library's used book sale. Oops, that's upside. It was upside down. Sorry about that. Stories of the Great Operas. And when I picked up this one, it's from 1928, so it has been around for quite some time, but it's just stories of the great operas and their composers. And the reason I bought it was that I loved the pages. There's a lot of just plain text in here, but there's also all sorts of little clips with music notes and little snippets of music notes. And I thought those would be wonderful in different junk journal projects, different art journal projects, things like that. But it's just a little bit different than a typical full page music book. There's some pages that are just plain text, but it has a lot of pages with different little clips of music, and I thought these would just work out fantastic for different art projects. This was one I picked up at our local thrift store, and I just picked it up because this one probably less so for junk journals and more so for art journaling pages and mixed media pages, but it does have some interesting little clips in here and just different types and styles of print that I thought would be interesting in particularly art journaling. So this one's probably not as exciting as some of the others, but it is still something that I thought would be really fun to add into junk journals, art journals, mixed media projects. The next one I bought was at a little thrift store, and it's the Winston Simplified Dictionary, the primary edition. And this one is a little bit rough shape. It just kind of has a little wobble to it. The pages are coming out. It has a little imprint from the school that it was in. So, Winston Simplified Dictionary. And it is copyrighted 1929. So it's quite an old book. And I bought it because of just all the images in it. There's a lot with just interesting text in it, but it just has a lot of really interesting sketches and images in here that I thought would be fantastic in different journaling projects. And even just to use, just for an example, this diagram, I thought would look really neat in an art journal page or in junk journal pages as well. But there's just all kinds of different images that I thought were really fun and really interesting to include. So there's an awful lot of sunshine coming in here this morning. So this is the Winston Simplified Dictionary. It was something I thought would be really fantastic to include in some art projects. And then the final one I bought is this big bruiser. It is the New Century Dictionary. It's quite large, and I just think the cover is so pretty. You can see some of the decoration on the cover. I think is so lovely. It's volume 1. I have no idea where volume 2 is. It was again at our local thrift store, so I suspect volume 2 is something I will never see. But it's in not bad shape, but there's so much in here that I thought would be fantastic to use in junk journals, in art journaling, mixed media projects. So again, New Century Dictionary, and again the copyright date is 1927 on this one. So it's again another one that's getting quite a bit older. But it just had, again, so many sketches and different little images that are included in here. So I just thought this would be just fantastic for for using for art journal pages, junk journal pages, all of that. So there's just so many little images scattered all the way through. And this is just an example, just going up to the first handful of pages. And the pages have a nice old vintage look to them. They're nicely aged around the edges. Some of them are in a little bit rougher shape, but oh, Holly, I didn't notice this before. This is a little bonus. Yeah, this is a bonus. This is the first I've seen this in here. From Manassas National Battlefield Park in Virginia. Someplace I've never been before, so. But that's a little added bonus. I didn't even know that was in here. I haven't skimmed through the entire book yet. But there's just all sorts of fun stuff in here that I think will make for amazing pages into different junk journals. There's a few colored leaves in here as well. So this gorgeous one with the butterflies that will absolutely get used. But it just has so many interesting things in here. I think this is going to be a real joy to work with pages from this book. I'm going to have to keep an eye out. Maybe they'll locate the other one. I'm wondering if there's some pages that are missing from the back here already, or if this is it just ends randomly right here. So anyways, that's my set of different books that I've recently bought to give a try at doing some junk journaling and other projects like that. So I'll get this video edited, uploaded shortly. Maybe I'll redo it. I'll see how this looks with all the sunbeam on here. And I don't have curtains on these two windows in my kitchen. I'm just filming this on my island in the kitchen. So anyway, so those are the books I have for potential junk journal, art journal projects. So hope you enjoyed it. I'm hoping to get started on creating my very first junk journal sometime in the near future, and I will be videotaping that so you can see how I did with that. Alrighty, catch you guys later. Bye.